Hello，大家好，我是 Meta 戈比。这个是 The Forgotten City 哦，这是一个去年出的游戏，那也是我一个朋友推荐给我的。那据我所知呢，这个游戏是一个那种透过这种时空倒流吧，时间重置的概念哦，然后让我们反复的回到固定的时间点哦，然后去做不一样的事情，然后探索出真相的一个游戏。那这游戏它没有繁体中文字幕，那它只有简体中文。那因为我担心说这个翻译的文本会不会像某些游戏这样子，就是可能用机翻的方式哦。那所以我一开始是有把这个设置调成英文啊，然后看了一下这边的这个东西，这边的叙述了，这就是剧透警告，就是说如果你对这个游戏有兴趣的话呢，因为这个游戏基本上就是剧情嘛，它就是吃剧情的。如果说不想要被剧透的话呢，那这个录制影片呢就不要看了哦，那自己去购买跟自行去体验哦。那如果不介意剧透的，或者是没时间玩，或者是只是单纯想要去试那个影片通关的话呢，那就没什么关系哦。那所以我看了一下这个英文版跟中文版在这边这段的描述，基本上看起来是没什么问题哦。所以为了方便浏览哦，那就是虽然我看得懂英文啊，但是就是可能影片的人，如果真的有人在看影片的话，看英文应该很痛苦，而且这样子我还要额外的做翻译，我觉得没有比较好。那我就选择那就是简体中文吧。那废话不多说，我们直接开始。我也是蛮好奇的，这会是什么样的一个故事？那又有什么样的真相等着我们去？辛苦了，3个人制作游戏，花了4年。采取暴力并不可取。所以我们从一个森林开启我们的旅程。
Hey,
哦，
you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
因为走铜板，所以你就不想袭击我了吗？我的体型哦，这两个有差吗？这看起来好像比较高贵，是不是？我也不知道。Whatever。我是黄种人。
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
就是看起来你的脸很紧张。哦，这还有这有点像哦，所以我们还可以选我们是什么？哦，这有点像 Dark Souls，也不太像 Dark Souls 吧？根据你的经历，你可以得到这个。哦，
Really? You know what? Don't answer that. I don't think I want to know.
现在我已经把事情告诉你了，把你的手机和钱交出来。
Look, you've just been through a trauma, so I'm gonna forget you said that. But you owe me, and I need a favor. There are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured, or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him, so I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him. If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please?
姐，我才刚从这个河里面差点被溺死，然后被你救出来，然后你奢望我去找一个这样的人。
Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. I just... What do you want to know? Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute.
啊，大家都一样
Know
啊，
what I mean?
没有未来的工作。
Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you. All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen. You're welcome. Always happy to help. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here.
所以我要找
In
那
any
家伙
case,
跟我一
you'll
样，
like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
跟我一样被冲上河岸，真假？这是什么？这蛮奇怪的，这
You
展开。
really don't remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber.
对，我们在意大利 Tiber River。
Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al...
所以你是谁？为什么你会刚好在这里？然后你又刚好遇到一个叫做阿尔的被河冲上来的，然后你让这个家伙就是去废墟探险，然后这个家伙还不带上你，然后说你要留在这里。然后呢，然后我是第二个被冲上来的，然后来救我。我第三个被冲上来的，这条阿尔，对吧？这个什么 Tiber River。
What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me. He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank, but maybe the two... In any case, you'll like him.
我还是有点搞不懂，这是有点奇怪啊。这个凯伦的 Karen， 如果这是他真的是他的 name 吗？因为到目前为止，听英文跟这个中文对照，我觉得差不多，我意思是差不多的，翻译的应该是没什么问
So
题。
you're ready to go look for Al? Thank you. The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Please, hurry. Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
Oh, a flashlight. 哦，是这样子。哦，我们是OK。然后刚刚在转视角的时候，这个 FPS 有点低，不过应该没关系。滚轮来举起我的手电筒。哦，这个。哦，我真没想到，我本来以为这个游戏是这个，可能就是点点乐，你知道吗？就是在地图上点来点去啊，或者是点到你要走的地方，可能是这个上帝视角这样子的。哦，没想到是第一人称。哦，我有点后悔，我应该选视频的。至少可以，至少我跑得快吧，我想。Oh, so I can crouch. Okay, cool. 哦，我真的没有想到，因为这个游戏价格只有300多块，所以我真的那时候我的想法是这个，没想到是这样子。对，我没有想到它会是第一人称，然后有地图让你跑的。如果这次地图还蛮大的话，真的会蛮酷的。一个背包装满了旧登山服的空的食物包装袋，没什么价值的东西，让阿尔把它留在这里很奇怪。哦，然后我们可以看，这跟当然好，所以我们也不能拿里面的食物之类的，也许我们也不需要吧，在这个时间点。But hey， 如果是我的话，我会把这个背包留在身上。
If you're reading this, It means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten. All knowledge of it lost.
What the fuck？ 这家伙还没讲完话。OK。拉丁文名课上面写的什么？他还来不及讲完，我就掉下来了。
Except, in the Latin inscription here, it reads,
Okay.
You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place. Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation, or a warning. Al Worth.
哇 ，Al， 你真是一个诗情画意的人。你1个小时没回来，通常我是觉得你已经拒绝了。接受审判啊，这个，你靠近这个雕像的时候会有声音的。我哦，Oh my god！ 这雕像感觉是不要靠近比较好啊，听到声音了，你每次靠近就会听到不知道是刀剑在那边摩擦的声音来，刀出鞘的声音吗？有点恐怖。I know， OK， 每个雕像都会是怎样？他们是准备要把我干掉就对了。就算我听到，我这会假装没听到啊，因为这从来都不是好事。当你听到一些 whisper 在你的耳朵的时候 ，It's not always a good sign to have it。哎，古罗马的镶嵌画，他将一个人变成黄金，所以这些家伙不会就是一些就是所谓的就是接受了审判，然后这个被判为有罪还是什么之类的，然后就是下场就变这样吗 ？No no 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 no。原来是你们在跟我讲话，你们变成黄金了。一个在哀悼的年轻罗马女人，好。我刚刚那都是我的猜测而已啦，我也不知道，只是根据壁画啦，然后这些东西感觉起来是这样子。对啊，因为刚刚他那个什么那段铭文也是啊，什么沐浴在黄金里面，然后长眠嘛，沐浴在黄金里变成黄金雕像，然后死掉，或者是。啊，看来前面那个门就是审判之室了，审判之间 ，The Room of Judgment。I don't know. Weird. Yeah, I can see that. Yes. 3个人做的游戏，我觉得这种程度蛮厉害的。说真的，他们说他们耗时了4年 ，No joke。饶命哦！所以这些人全部都变成黄金了嘛？我想这些都是活人哦，感觉啦。至于为什么他们不会像这些在路上的，呆站在这边，而是直接被安置在这个墙壁上，我就不知道了。OK, good。哦 ，F 可以保存 ，F 就可以哦。艾弗罗德定理。Save and load, always win。仓促的逃跑，一个害怕的士兵。哦，所以刚刚是选男生跟女生嘛，然后这个是我选的是女生。哦 ，OK。 哦，它掉下去了。我可以推他们呢。嘿嘿。哦。OK。
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, that you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. And here there are only two options: death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now and find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
对，他上吊自杀了，因为绝望。只不过在这边死掉的人都是变成黄金，所以为什么呢？跟这个铭文一样，跟他前面提到的铭文一样，沐浴在黄金之中，然后沉眠长眠。Well， 希望我们不要变成那副德性吧。他们在讲的语言应该是罗马语，应该是罗马文吧。那我想，一旦我们踏进这个传送门，就会回到所谓的过去了，我猜。Oh my god， 这蛮酷。时空隧道吗？这蛮酷的，因为你刚刚才在这边看到这个化身成黄金雕像的人哦，然后他现在活生生的站在你面前。
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Proserpina 我刚从未来来到这里。等一下，你在说英文？我觉得不是英文，是罗马文，然后不晓得为什么。
What? I'm speaking Latin. You are too, although your accent's a little strange. Oh, I see what you did there. Changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again. Who are you, and what were you doing in the shrine? Yeah, you know, agricultural goddess of springtime? You're not from around here, are you? And you've just done it again. You're a sly one, aren't you? One more time. Who are you, and what were you doing in that shrine? Oh, is that right? Well, just make sure you don't get lost in any other sacred places you're not supposed to be. Can't have you disrespecting the gods by accident, can we now? But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
What's your law then?
Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's
变成黄金像。
it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming?
这里就有一个选项了，不过我想我们还是先了解吧，所以
Follow me.
有个人带路是比较好
I
的。
couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community now. Only 23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your pretty new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking her to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
然后这里就已经有个黄金像了，他们不会觉得奇怪吗？还是他们已经这对他们来讲很正常？然后这应该就是触犯了什么所谓的黄金律法的 Golden Rules。然后这边呢，你确定吗？这么多金像哎！竞技场模型。 Is this just normal, just daily life? 哦，哇，你看，物尽其用啊！蒂纳里是他们这里的货币吗？而且你可以选择偷窃。 语录一种用一条啊，对对对。阿波罗神殿的箱子钥匙。Okay, I'll take it. So you're watching me, huh? Or you're just watching the guy who's just lying here? 那个钥匙不知道为什么它不算是偷窃，我想应该是因为它是关键道具吧。我想那个老兄应该觉得很奇怪啊，我在干嘛？我在别人的屋子里面走来走去。Exploring, because I'm exploring. I'm trying to find a way out. 这真的是一个屋子吗？我觉得这已经夸张到，哦，这就是神殿吗？还是说这就是他们所说的神殿？也许是哦。这里的钱可以拿，也许是城中最后一瓶酒了。那我还，直接拿了，不管了。酒是好东西啊。 利维亚的笔记，概要：利维亚神秘而近乎诗意的漫谈，诅咒之地，线上内战被巨鹰啄死，散落在9块大地上。哦，这就是他们一个神话吧。坦塔罗斯、西西弗斯、伊克西翁跟一个公主，贝利德斯公主。 OK， 我想我还是先回去好了。是有一些发现哦，不过这个该怎么说呢？ 先探也是没有坏处了，我想。Oh my god！ 哇，我不能过去吗？哎、你有没有什么东西可以让我直接滑下去的？109块，酷哦。如果我回到时空，如果我失败了，或者是这个一定会失败的啦。就是这个绝对是要反复好几次的。不过就是如果失败了，那我被传回过去的，被传到未来，再重新再回到过去的话，那我身上的东西呢 ？Yes, I can. 完蛋了，我绕了一个圈圈，我在绕圈圈哦。该怎么走呢？对。对啊，我意思，哇，这么多黄金项，然后你就很淡定的。
You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone that always returns.
他在提到的是，就是我们刚刚看到的那个笔记里面提到的内容。
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come. The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives.
有道理。对不起，我明白，我不明
They
白。
never do.
你对
The
黄金法则。
bloodless shadows. This is their punishment.
Yes.
There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions.
Infernal regions. So, do I really want to go to there? Do you need help?
Help me? You cannot help me. I have seen things. A pattern, a terrible pattern. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
安朵
The
拉。
newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
Yeah， 我刚来这里，然后呢，我什么都不知道。
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you? Ah, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued.
I know.
There's something dangerous about you, like a prowling manticore.
哦，我以为是因为长太帅的关系。你也非常漂亮迷人的。
Ugh, coming on a bit strong, don't you think?
I can do more stronger.
I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do
Moose
business.
talker.
So, what brings you to my tavern? Ugh, let it go. Nothing's going to happen between us. You know, normally, I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here.
哦，我身上刚好是
Straight to business, huh? I can work with that. As a matter of fact, I do know a way out. I'm happy to tell you all about it, but this is valuable information we're talking about, and I don't
Okay,
just give
你
it
想什么？
out like some cheap oracle. So, how badly do you want it? Is it worth, say, 1,000 denarii to you?
1000块。
If I took your money without giving you what I promised, I'd be breaking the golden rule, wouldn't I? And I have no interest in doing that.
Oh, golden rule 啊。
Simple. It's a one-way trip, and I'm not ready to go just yet. I like my life here. One day, maybe, but not now.
你喜欢这个犯错之后就会变成黄金雕像的这个世界？很有说服力。
I think of it this way. I have something of value, and I'm willing to share it for a price. That's not unethical. That's just good business.
我觉得没这么简单啊。
Do you want it or not?
More
I can't
details.
tell you too much, or you'd figure it out for yourself. But I promise you, you'll never have to spend another hour in this city ever again.
他也不让我买，说真的，是因为我没有
What's
钱
the
吗？
matter? Can't afford it? Well, perhaps you could take out a loan. I understand Malleolus has lent money to others, on occasion. I just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that. As the saying goes, to drink is human, so we drink.
你说你很喜欢这个世界，你不想走，然后呢，你又说你在用酒精麻醉自己，所以我不知道到底是
Certainly, for 10 denarii.
OK。
Have you met Livia? She used to do my hair, until one day she just snapped. This place has that effect on people. Now she just stands around, caked in filth, muttering nonsense to herself. It's a real shame. Now I have to do my own
也许
hair.
是看到了潘朵拉的魔盒吧。
I hear that if Malleolus is elected, he's gonna throw a small festival to celebrate, with entertainment and everything. Can't wait to find out what it is. There used to be a midwife here, Naevia, but this place drove her mad as a Maenad. Said she could hear the statues whispering to her. Can you imagine?
我也一样的。
Fortunately for us, she locked herself in the palace weeks ago and hasn't been seen since. Good riddance, I say.
进入宫殿的方法。
Centilla, the magistrate's youngest daughter, went missing a few weeks ago, right out from under Daddy's nose. How can we trust him to govern a city if he can't even protect his own daughter? I heard Dacius has been offering a lot of money for a bow. Of course, Sentius banned all weapons in the city, so I can't help but wonder what he's up to.
接近令啊，哈。
Have you seen the way Rufius walks around staring at all the statues? He says he's afraid they're going to spring to life. But then, why does he have a collection of them in his room?
所以对他们来讲，这些黄金雕像，我还是不知道，他们是知道这些黄金雕像曾经是活人，然后变成，还是说他们对他们而言这只是一个装饰品？我不晓得。
I hear Galerius has a thing for Equitia, but of course she's a Festal priestess. If she sleeps with him, the magistrate will have to bury her alive. Why do silly boys always want what they can't have?
就是因为不能得到，才想要拥有啊。
Whatever you like. All right, see ya.
哦，我想情报就先检查到这边了，应该还有很多啦。骰子塔。哦，防止作弊用的。哦，乌鸦。出去的唯一的方法就是写下这个人被什么事情打断了，可能发生的悲剧，可能就他吧。
You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water, and the tree you grasp at eludes you.
加列里乌斯的诗。我的人生充满折磨，然后什么，地气会被奴役，父母双亡被打败被奴役，然后再次欣然承受所有。每次失去受伤的悲剧都会带我到你那里，你如罗马圣火般的闪耀，明亮的温暖。哦，所以他喜欢那个女生啊，这是我们刚刚看到的。OK。这位老兄应该是等不及了，已经先走了。You yeah. God damn it！ 我就不能直接把那个黄金雕像先，然后搬旁边一点吗？哥，你跑去哪了？我知道我自己乱跑不对，可是你也不能这样丢下我啊。哥，物理劣势还是什么的。这个看起来是很开心的，变成雕像了。高丽菜、苹果、鹅蛋，先不要乱拿东西吧。要一不小心触犯了这个黄金律法的话，我也就GG了。哦嘿，所以你在这边。
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind? Well, it's a long one and kind of sad, but I don't mind telling
其实我已经偷看你的笔记了，所以。
I'm a farmer. Always have been. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum, with my parents and 2 little sisters. Lovely part of the world. One day, when I was about 20, my father and I were in the top paddock, loading our cart, when some Roman legionaries came along, demanding produce for their men. My father told me to run into the house for his axe, and so I did. I sprinted so fast I almost threw up, but by the time I got back, he was bleeding out on the ground, and our cart was empty.
Oh.
That was my first encounter with the legions. My mother died of a broken heart soon after, and things went downhill from there. I took over the farmstead, but I was young. It was a struggle. More raiding started before too long. We'd come outside in the morning to find animals missing, our stores pillaged. These Legion thugs just took whatever they wanted. One night, when my sisters and I had nothing left to steal, there was a knock at the door. I knew who they were, and what they wanted. I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that soldier knew it, split his face right down the middle. But there were more of them. I never saw how many, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up with a mouth full of dirt and lungs full of smoke. My home was reduced to ash. My sisters, dead. And they left me alive to see what they'd done. Still burns whenever I think about it.
那黄金律法呢？那些军团就不会被这个影响吗？还是说那是后面的事情？
Yeah, well, I wasn't the only one this happened to. It wasn't long before Boudica led thousands of Britons in a rebellion against the Romans. Unfortunately, there were just too many of them. And those of us who survived, they enslaved. So, then I found myself being transported all the way to Rome to be sold to the highest bidder. I spent a few years working for my new master, learning the Romans' ways, Romanized my name and everything. Tried to escape a couple of times, but they always found me, and I'd just end up right back where I was. I'd probably still be there too, if it wasn't for the stampedes breaking out. You see, about 7 months ago, an enormous fire broke out in Rome. Everybody was running down toward the river, screaming and shouting. Never seen anything like it. Human beings acting like cattle. I got swept up with them somehow, and the rest is a blur. The next thing I knew, some stranger was dragging me out of a river. Stumbled across this place, and I started my life over again.
所以是这个地方才有黄金律法。他刚刚讲那些故事是在罗马发生的，或者是在其他地方发生的事情，不是这里。然后呢，进来，不好意思啊，咳嗽。所以来到这里的人都是从那一条河里面出来的，就这样。
That's what I thought too, for a while. But it seems the gods aren't done tormenting me yet. See, I finally had my own farm again, safe from the grasping hands of the Romans. Or so I thought. Until Sentius the Decurion demanded I hand over all my produce. It's for the good of us all, he says. Only he takes the best bits for himself, of course. He even told me if I refuse his demands, I'll break the golden rule. I'm not sure I believe him, but then, what if he's right? So, it turns out our dear old magistrate is no better than the Legion thugs who took everything from me. I'm right back where I began. But don't you worry, Nemesis is waiting. And he'll get his, one day. He'll get his. Forget I said that last part, will you? I get carried away sometimes.
所以这里就是
Thanks, friend. I knew I liked you. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Was there something else you wanted to talk about? Well, as much as I'd love to get out of here, the harvest's always more fruitful in another man's field, isn't it? But Scintilla, Sentius's daughter, went missing a few weeks back.
这个也是
Could be she found a way
有
out.
管有讲过。
If anyone knows for sure, it'll be her sister, Sentia. But she'd never tell the likes of me. Oh, I don't give it much thought these days. I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do to survive. But I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means to be good and just get on with it, you know? Alright.
不过我觉得对他而言，出去也没有比较好吧。感觉他的一生就是这样子，一直被这个在位者这个剥削、压榨。I don't want your help, and I don't want to help you. 这又是哪里？家破人亡，然后被化成了雕像。这个是在逃跑吧？等一下，我们要走回原点了。哦，这个洞窟串联了整个地方哦。原来是这样吗？啊，我们好像也只能往别的地方走了。别的地方指的是这个像很漂亮、像宫殿的地方吗？应该是吧。哦，嗨。
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned. She needs the resin of a plant called Silphium, but that Culus cumulatus Decius won't give it to me.
Culus cumulatus， 这我以为是脏话，他没有翻译出来，该死的之类的吧。松香草籽，所以我必须想办法拿到吧。哦 ，shit。
She just slipped away. She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally, I'd treat her with resin of Silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here with the golden rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath.
那蛇蝎之人有一双冷酷的黑色眼睛。
Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that Genetricum Fututo and scratching his eyes out.
Genetricum Fututo 应该也是一脏话吧。将优先处理此任务，已显示OK。
Well, come back if you get sick or injured, day or night. I'll do what I can.
对，这个人是一个医生。所以到底什么是黄金法则？我到底能够做什么事情？杀人呢，看起来是不行；偷窃好像也不行。Oh, good. I don't know how you can help me.
Ah, a fellow traveler from a faraway land. Greetings, I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick
另一
together.
个外乡人，
And I must
另
say,
一个
my
从河里面
sartorial
飘过来
friend,
的
your
外乡人。
clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world do you hail?
我从未来来的耶。就算我告诉你，你也不会相
And
信。
now you have me more intrigued than before. But since it appears you do not wish to share, I will wait until we are better friends. We will have much time here to get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps? My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum. A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could
我猜你
remember
也是
it
从河流飘
clearly
过来的。
myself. I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drowning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming, then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa. Indeed.
他顺着这个河
I'm
流
lucky
漂
I
流
was
下来。
carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am. You mean to say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule, and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all? I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best. I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our heads. Don't you agree?
Uh-huh.
Oh, and there is another reason too. If we all end up as golden statues for future generations to marvel at, I don't know about you, but I would like to look my best. Anything you like.
所以每个外乡人都是同样的方法过来的。
Not so loud. What are you playing at? Have you not been told about the last attempt?
Last attempt.
Oh, then I suppose this duty falls to me. Ah, it is a long story. Of course, the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question, for it is simply too steep and too far. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse. See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out.
做梯子哦。
They have. I am getting to that. There was an attempt, made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice shake the entire city, and that, tragically, is where their tale ends. So it seems that to merely attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place. And so I say, it is best to not even discuss it aloud. Ah, yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate. Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks and the rivers dried up. Innocent people died by the tens of thousands until at last the other gods were forced to act lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. The golden rule has merely brought it into focus. If we are to survive, I say we must each heed the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, avoid doing what you would blame others for doing.
做起来容易，做起来难。
Regrettably, I think you are correct, my friend. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by a single selfish act. Ah, the voice of experience. I am sorry for your loss, my friend. But on a lighter note, I will say one thing for the Golden Rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing, do they not?
物尽其用。
I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
所以是怎么样？一个人做错事，全部人都一起变雕像吗？
This part of my shop is off limits, even for you, my sartorial friend.
Okay. How about those 3 statues right here? 哦，这是武器锻造。
Make sure you stay away from that empty shrine. It's going to collapse at any moment. Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. You arrived on a sad day, friend. What with Julia's death? I wish we could have met under better circumstances. Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. help out with repairs, and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people, that kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place.
No, 我才刚来而已哦，所以
You mean the Great Temple?
那是
This
主神
one's
庙。
a bit of a mystery. Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city. Unfortunately, someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown. There's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. But it appears some barbarian defaced it. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we're all left wondering, which god is that temple dedicated to? And could it be the one responsible for the Golden Rule? Unless somebody figures out a way inside, I suppose we'll never know. Oh, I'm glad you asked.
所以是一个
Some
未
of
知的
these
神明，
shrines were constructed hundreds of years
这
ago,
个城市。
which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek. I'm not sure. It could mean that the Romans, who first started building here, were just copying Greek architecture, which they do all the time. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Which begs the interesting question, who really built this place? And could it be far older than any of us imagine? If only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories they could tell.
一个不明未知的神明订立了一个黄金律法，然后呢，把所有人都变成黄金雕像。
Gladly. Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts. Those series of adjoining arches. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. They take fresh water coming from outside the city and distribute it all across the chasm. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the great temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas, and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake and allows us to fish and farm.
既然高架区把水到这个城里，我们可以用它来逃出去。
Hey, not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just, please, try to be a bit more discreet about it.
是啊，这
Of course.
要怎样做才不会被发现？
Oh, it means someone thinks I'm a sinner, and that I'm going to break the golden rule.
为什么？
Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagus, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and
然后你
where I
直接就
looked.
跟我这个陌生
But
人
that
讲，
kind of fear eats away at you slowly until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi. Nice of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong. It's not just graffiti. I have quite a collection of handwritten notes too. The strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here.
不喜欢那种
Not
这
my
款。
type. So
Not
I'm
your
not
type.
sure what I could have done to upset this person. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists.
邪教教徒。
Strange bunch. They insist there's only one God, and that he considers my nature as sin. Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule. What? Really? I didn't expect that. But thanks. It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused. Nice to talk to you.
他是建筑师，但是他现在做的是这锻造武器。啊。所以我们现在有2个任务可以做，一个是找出这个维吉尔的，他以他们为言，什么东西为言？可以讲明白一点吗 ？Birds, tree, statues, you。伊修斯看得很忙，哦，他真的超忙的，忙着在我不知道，
Hey, Virgil, how much would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Dacius, I'm not making you a bow.
But why?
You know why.
But how am I going to defend myself against someone else with a weapon?
There are no other weapons in the city. We all went along with the magistrate's weapons ban, so it wouldn't be an issue.
That's why I've got to get in first before someone else beats me to it.
原来是发生剧情。刚才在跟我讲话的维吉尔跑出来。啊，颁布了这个武器禁令的话，你锻造，你在这边做锻造武器，根本就是矛盾嘛。
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff, I bet it's worth a fortune. Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius. Terrible shame what happened to Yulia, but we just have to carry on, don't we?
所以尤利亚到底是怎么死？
I don't, I'm afraid. But I did overhear Fabia telling Georgius she saw something. She was headed to the baths not long ago.
浴场。
Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii.
Fucking skeleton.
That's hardly my concern. But if you get a job, work hard and save your coins, you should be able to afford it within, say, 5 years? Oh, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Take it or leave it.
抢走他。
Hear what? You sure you're feeling all right? If you're hearing things, perhaps you should pay a visit to Lucretia's clinic. We don't want another Navia on our hands. She claimed the statues were whispering to her. Nobody else could hear it. Then she shut herself in the palace and we never heard from her again. But I digress. Do you want this Silphium or not? Well, if you did that, you'd break the golden rule, and we'd share the same fate as the last lot who lived here. Is that what you want?
你也不想遇到一样的下场吧？
Do you think I don't know a bluff when I see one? Nice try. Very well. Perhaps I can interest you in something within your budget?
偷吗？偷的话算违背吗？
I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear some people here are a little shady for my liking.
是吗？我还真没注意到。
You mean how did I end up here? All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects, mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then, but to my surprise, we make it. And I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sick, but no, too heavy. The cart or the girl?
你选择手推车是吗
Of course I chose the cart. I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money. So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the tiber.
Oh, smart.
Naturally, I dived in after it, hoping to salvage my fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank not far from here with nothing in the world but a single silver coin. I couldn't agree more. I mean, sure, I'd lost a few thousand denarii, but I've already made it back, and this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can... Very well.
这家伙就是一个不折不扣的混蛋啊。偷吗？哎呀，觉得这个真的是。我觉得应该是。
Sometimes I stare at the great temple on the bluff, and I think.
因为我会觉得这些雕像有些是好的，有些是不好的，有些是害你，有些是帮你。
Help! You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. Real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's gonna break the golden rule. Are you serious? Are you going to help? None of us do. The magistrate made us throw them all into the chasm. So now this man's bow is the only one in the city. You'll just have to improvise.
Improvise?
Thank you. I have to hide. Here, what? What? All right,
Trickster 拿到个成就，对，刚刚那个耳语是在帮忙我吗 ？Oh my god！ 我死了 ！What? What happened? 什么东西？那个天花板直接塌掉，然后我就被压死了。But why？ 哎呀，这真是没想到啊！一个天花板会塌掉的，所以我可以把那个我也不知道为什么啊？为什么这个会？看起来，好吧，我也不知道为什么，但是，不要进去就对了。也许可以把那个人引到那边去，我不晓得。这里又是哪里？球场战斗。哦，工具，我有什么工具可以拿来当武器的吗？那是地来蹲下。哦，油灯。有人来过这里哦，这里有个密道哦。这游戏能做的事情很多，但是因为我们，哦哟，楼顶哦，因为我们不晓得发生了什么事情，我才刚来哦。现在就最重要的，我觉得就是收集情报，尽可能的。那 只不过就是这个收集情报的过程应该会比较无聊，都是在看人家讲话。其实我到现在还是不太清楚我现在该做什么。米拉琴，这又是什么地方？莫名其妙跑到一个奇怪的地方。米拉琴跟雕像，而且是没有完成的，还有罐子。Archaeologist. Oh, okay, cool.
Ah, a visitor.
Oh, you did not surprise at all.
Welcome, welcome. It's a since. Tell me. Then perhaps the fates brought you here to learn the secrets of this place. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I've been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to but myself. The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody astute. Let us find out with this simple question. You have much.
求你告诉我吧。
Then you should speak with your contemporaries in the city above. It is best if you come to this realization.
好，所以呢，我们必须先弄出一些真相，再来跟这个老家伙进行一场哲学辩论交流大会，然后天知道会发生什么事情。我怀疑这有什么东西哦，还是这只是回头路而已？哦，对，这只是回头路吧。 对，这只是回头路。这里有楼顶。古希腊女性神像，当地的希腊人会知道更多。She will guide you。哦，我已经死一次了。女的。
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
哦，然后我就可以把它引到那个会塌掉的那个天花板的那个建筑里面。
Thank you for your service to the Empire. I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
好，你准备被打死吗？ 我想看他当场被砸死的画面，会有吗 ？Yeah, keep moving. Just go. Yes, yes, go into there. Yeah.
Curse you, cultist!
天啊，太白痴了吧！悬赏布告：尼禄皇帝下令处决一名有着异圣双瞳的邪教徒。 所以邪教徒叫做昆提乌斯。也许那个邪教徒就是这个串在一起了吗？这么简单吗？跟维吉尔就是给维吉尔画涂鸦啦，用恐吓的那个。中等身高44到50岁，异色瞳。1块钱，一个杀手身上只带1块钱。Oh my god! Seriously. 我们拿到弓了，我们可以拿这个弓去跟他换这个。
You there? I'm sorry to trouble you, but I couldn't help but notice that fine bow you're carrying. No idea how you managed to get your hands on it, especially in the light of our dear old magistrates. And before you ask, no, I would like to propose a joint. Tell me, do you have any idea how people here end up as golden statues? Well, between you and me, I found an old scroll from years ago, hastily written, in which the author claimed something extraordinary and terrifying. He wrote that when the golden rule is broken, statues spring to life all over the city, wielding golden bows, and begin firing golden arrows at the inhabitants. Supposedly, 1 or 2 of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human life, which has to be stopped. And yet, on the other hand, I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek fella Aesop.
Oh my god.
The goose that laid the golden egg.
You're hopeless.
With the ability to transmute organic matter into gold, one could create infinite wealth. Use your imagination. Golden animals, insects, trees and plants. The Midas touch without the drawbacks. We are talking riches beyond imagination.
哪会没有代价啊？
Even if
搞不好
we
你
were
自己
to
也变黄金。
split all those riches between the 2 of us.
我相信夏季那条只是一则警示性的寓言故事。
Look, I might have skimmed over that one, but don't be so pedantic. Are you interested or not? Oh, I'm not suggesting we use such a bow on people. There's no profit in breaking the golden rule.
打破黄金啊！可是你就是要打破它才会发生，不是吗？
Excellent. So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden bows? Now, I have a plan, but first, tell me, are you familiar with the story of the goddess Diana?
不好意思，不熟悉。
No problem. Allow me to explain. Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld, depending on who you ask. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand?
Just so you say.
Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you-know-what. Oh, gods no! If you tried that, we'd all be dead within moments, I'm sure. No, here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. Then you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a trade.
你确定这样不会打破黄金
It's a
律法
dangerous
吗？
path, and there's no way of knowing where it will lead. But in my experience, all the best adventures begin with a risky first step.
那你来做啊！
You must have questions.
你为什么不自己做？
I'm more of an ideas man, whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type.
Oh my god！
I have complete confidence in you.
这家伙真的是一个混蛋。
When Prometheus stole fire from the gods and became a hero to all mankind, do you think he was worried about the danger?
那你来当那个普罗米修斯啊！
So, are you in?
不喜欢动作或恐惧元素的玩家可以选择拒绝。
Wonderful. Now, if this is a quality weapon, and here we are, a gold leaf bow.
赝品。
Now I've gone and unlocked the Shrine of Diana for you, so as quick as you can, head on inside. It's just at the end of the street on the left. May the gods not watch over you.
Oh my god！ 我本来以为只是把那个弓拿去跟他换那个什么树脂的。现在可以拿吗？不行啊，我不能偷啊。Find you. You're here. You're just right here.
Salve. Any news about my... Oh,
好，
nice.
感觉刚刚那个笔记也不能算证据啊。
You look well, my sartorial friend.
哦，对，我们那个已经搞定了。
You took care of him? An accident? So, it's over? I do have a question though. That shrine, the one I was going to hide in, did you know it was going to collapse? I don't understand. Oh, I see. I promise, nobody else will ever know what you did.
芭比啊，哈，
Oh, there's not much to tell.
烤面包，
I suppose it all started about 8 months ago. I was living in Rome with my
应该是
family
一样
when
的
I
故
got
事啊。
sick.
罗马城烧起来，每个人在
Terrible
逃。
timing. My pa had just arranged a husband for me, a fisherman's son. I was about to meet him for the first time when I came down with an awful fever. I spent the next week in bed. Pa paid priests to make offerings to Asclepius, a white rooster, then a goat. But nothing worked. In the end, they decided I'd do better outside the city. But after about a day in a carriage on the Appian Way, I remember closing my eyes for a bit, and I guess I must have fell asleep, because when I opened them again, I was in a forest by a river. I suppose the driver took off with his fee and left me for dead. Can't say I blame him. Anyway, I went searching for help, stumbled across the trapdoor temple.
哦，所以你至少你不是从河流，在河流差点溺死，然后飘下来的。
It's nice of you. What? You've been here a few moments and you're desperate to get out already? Good people here. Galerius works hard on the farm so I can put... Well, I'm just saying. Well, I can tell from your funny accent, you know. Oh, I try not to worry about it. Thanks. And I like your teeth. They're so white. And your clothes. And I'm sure he'd love to chatter about the He'll be just across the... Terrible shame, that is. Maybe the forum's usually dead quiet at that hour. To be honest, I thought maybe poor old Dooley had got out of his cell and was snooping around again. So I popped my head out and saw someone in front of... I called out to them, but they just... All I remember is they ran past a lit torch and the light glinted off something metallic. Armour, I think.
厄雷提乌斯、多米提乌斯或者是鲁菲乌斯，都是巫师。好。
All right.
对，这是戴安娜的神殿了。Oh my god！ 这里有个蜂巢哎。
You, partner? Do you have the bow? Wonderful. Just go ahead and slide it under the door for me and I'll unlock it. And yet you did. And now, here we are. With me out here, and you in there. Until you give me my bow. No, technically, I never said that. I said, if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, infinite wealth is still infinite. It's hardly my fault if you can't tell the difference between a hypothetical and a promise, now is it? Oh, I do love a good loophole. You're just gonna have to take your chances, I'm afraid. The bow, now. And don't even think about giving me the fake one. I'll recognise my own handiwork. I would reconsider my position quickly if I were you. I'm not sure if you noticed, but you're stuck in there with a hornet's nest, and they can be rather aggressive toward intruders. You know, some say it takes 27 hornet stings to kill a man, but I always wondered how anyone could have known that. Let's find out how many it takes to kill a woman, shall we?
让我想想啊，该怎么走呢？把蜂巢打下来绝对是自杀式行为哦。Okay. The nest. I'm using, but it doesn't seem like working. Okay, nothing happens. The nest. Stay. I'm shooting. It's not working. The nest. I don't know what. Wait a minute. What the fuck?这边他写是网。OK， 这也是翻译的问题，因为这个他说的是 nest， 应该是巢啦，翻译是说网，所以有时候还是得听一下英文原文会比较好。我可以拿吗？然后我拿了也没触发黄金绿宝石吧 ？OK，whatever， 我已经浪费太多箭矢了，还是得拿。确实会变黄金了。海绵棍，还拿到一个成就。对，这也算厕所吗？这算是地下道吧？我很多屎在这里。哦，看起来就很脏。哦，112块，哎。啊，我知道了，要透过这个方式。哦 ，this is cool。哦，这有个卷轴可以阅读。这里的地方还有哦，这还有可以上去。我天，这是哪里啊
My beloved Galatea, I write this so that one day, when we're finally together, you will understand what I've done and why I had to do it. The others will call me mad or a monster, but I don't care what they think. Everything I'm doing here, I'm doing for you. I'll start at the beginning. Soon after my arrival here, as I walked down a corridor lined with golden statues, I thought I heard a whisper behind me, a rasp of air, as if vocal cords of metal strained to say a word or two. I tried to dismiss the idea, tried to concentrate on my work as the city's medic, but that tortured whisper haunted me. Weeks later, in the hallway to the bathhouse, I heard it again and found myself drawn to the statue of a Roman woman wearing a stola Her face was contorted with anguish and fear, and, disturbingly, it was as if she was looking right at me. As I walked past her, I heard that strained whisper again, and turning back, I discovered that even though I had moved, she was still looking right into my soul. That was when it dawned on me.
对，这边他讲了这么多，其实就只是在印证这是活人。
This was a woman trapped within that golden prison. Naturally, I told the others, but when I could not reproduce the results of my experiment, they would not believe me. But from that moment on, I knew the full horror of this place. Immobilized within these statues are living human beings. It was that day, my love, that my heart broke.
OK， 其实讯息运量并不大，只是在印证我们之前的怀疑而已。倒是黄金剑的这个还蛮酷的。 Thank you 所以跟刚刚那个迪乌斯跟我们讲，迪修斯在迪乌斯跟我们讲的一样，他要2-3件才会让它变为黄金。可是为什么这家伙可以摆脱束缚呢？然后他已经是黄金了、啊，还是他不是？原本不是，不晓得，我没看清楚。而且把它变黄金之后，他居然说谢谢，所以我也搞不清楚。哦，这不能读。 一口气过2个任务这样子，对啊，他是黄金人啊，为什么？为什么他可以动？然后感觉他们是不受控制的、欸。 是有人在阻止我吗？还是，游戏很好心的给了你很多剑哦，永远都是好事哦。
You're not supposed to be here.
I know, I'm trying to do it.
Thank you.
这个亮亮的就是在提示你别这样用。哦嘿。 你头会转欸，你会起来干我？不晓得。Hello， 哇，你身上都是血。大丈夫 ？I don't know. I'm not sure. What to do? 先四处看一下吧。这个门好像是通到我们刚刚应该是的地方，然后。 我看到他那个门是就是用那个门栓去锁住嘛，我本来想要把它解锁的，但是游戏不让我这么做。OK， 好吧，我们也没地方可以去了，下去吧。Yes。坦白说，如果是水不能变吗？直接把水全部变成黄金之类的。 等，把他们踢开的这个样子还蛮好笑的。 会卡住，非常变成那个黄金的同伴卡住。我想已经wait a minute。Okay, that's weird. Keep moving. What awaits?他过不来。Oh my god, this is fun. 这次蛮好玩的。为什么要把这东西变黄金？上不去吧？把它们变黄金的意义在哪？变得可以站立吗？还是？哦，对，变成一个平台可以站立，但是，对，可是为什么会有这个平台？那边是在暗示我们等一下要往回跑吗？还是游戏给了很多剑哦？可能是怕玩家瞄不准之类的。毕竟这是个剧情取向的游戏，并不是动作游戏哦。这方面我觉得做的还蛮好的。哦，他会听到可是他也做不了任何事情啊。Yeah, thank you, thank you. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Shut the fuck up. 硬币袋子，这算偷吗？偷的话会违背黄金律法吗？走到这边，怎么感觉绕了一圈？不对，这是完全不同的路。哦 ，I miss。Do I really need to distract them? I mean. 搞定。想一下，这里应该都没有什么特别的东西，因为下去应该就回不来了。哦，回得来。有金币袋子，差点错过。钱还是很重要，还是需要那个松香树脂。他们全部粘在一块了，没办法倒了。GG。哇，这都是血。
My beloved Galatea, after I learned the terrible truth about the golden statues, I wandered the city as if in a nightmare. What must life be like for these poor souls, entombed in gold, but kept alive somehow? Trapped in their own personal Tartarus, consigned to eternal torment, too horrific for any sane mind to comprehend. I tried to offer them what small mercies I could. I began to talk to them, to keep them company. I'd imagine backstories for them, give them names, and tell them of the world, of the histories and stories I'd learned as a child. As the others became more concerned by my charity, I sought solitude from them, preferring the company of my tormented charges. Discovering a way into the abandoned palace, I began to spend my days walking its halls and sharing with its occupants ancient tales, my mind turning to those of Apollo and Daphne, Perseus and Medusa, and Pygmalion and Galatea. Pygmalion, the sculptor, who fell in love with a beautiful statue, and who, praying to Aphrodite for aid, discovered that his beloved Galatea had come to life. It was then that I heard you whisper to me, Galatea.
Galatea.
Forgive me. I know that is not your real name, just one I have borrowed from a story. But when I turned to look at you, I saw the most exquisitely beautiful woman I have ever known. Your face, forever frozen in a look of haunting sadness. Our meeting gave me new purpose, to free you from your golden prison, so that I might one day hear you speak, not just whisper your true name to me. So I gathered tools for the long and difficult task ahead, barred the doors to this place, and set to work.
很残忍哦，这架子这会那么多血，就是因为他把那些难怪他把那些黄金雕像架在这边，然后呢，应该是试图的把他们外面的这个黄金的这个皮肤刮下来吧。然后刚刚那些能动的身上也有血哦，可能就是被刮下来之后，被刮了一部分之后，不晓得为什么他们突然可以动了。在想是这样子，所以这家伙已经发疯了。然后他提到一个加拉提亚，一个神，但是这个名字好像也是假名。然后我也不晓得他讲那个是什么意思，说什么要让他从这个黄金的牢固中离开。丝绸变成黄金，问题是这个我想要看看里面是什么。原来这里可以走，好吧，没关系。Ouch! Use. OK， 他们卡在那边，好。杀人违反黄金律法，但是把人变成黄金好像就不违背黄金律法是吗？还有就是纳维亚在做的这些研究，他也没有违反黄金律法嘛？因为其实我们对黄金律法到底是什么也是没有搞清楚啊，哪些能做，哪些不能做也不晓得。而显然这些人民们也不知道，他们只知道不要做坏事。可是对坏事的定义有很多种。这是一个小池塘，好。好，这里什么都没有。OK，keep going。不用，我刚刚在听纳维亚讲述他的疯狂事迹的时候，我们把它都变黄金了。极限走位，哟，差点掉下去。这样有比较好吗？不知道。 Rest, yeah, rest. Rest in peace, my friend. 其实好吧，都好了。从上面狙击应该也可以吧？这个瓶子显然就是要进他们处理用的。游戏其实设计的还蛮明显的，不会让人家就是问号哦。然后我那一次死掉那个也是我自己太白痴了，因为那个 Whisper 已经跟我们讲了，就是不要过去，然后那个女生差点要过去，我们也是阻止她了，结果还是自己走进去了。我只能说那是我自己白痴。那个游戏其实已经有暗示了。哦，嘿。Garvin 这什么？感觉是可以拿的东西耶，因为那瓶子看起来很特别，又是一个小池塘。Who are you? Seriously?想等一下也是会遇到纳维亚，可能也是要。我能不能拿吗？鱼露。当我看到石落的时候，我就觉得这个门会被踢开了。Come out, wherever you are. You're welcome. Just try not to attack me next time. Oh, hey. 我刚刚有看清楚了哦，这个纳维亚真的很恶心啊！这些人仔细看的话，其实这里应该看得到吧？好像是他们头皮的部分是被刮掉的，然后他头皮上也是血。这家伙是个变态啊！这些水应该就是当陷阱用的。如果说他们踏在上面的话，就可以直接秒掉他们。然后到处都是这个小教堂，我觉得这是刻意的。我不晓得他想讲什么，可能是他在做这件事情的时候，他自己心里也不安吧，所以他设立了这些小教堂，就是方便自己在不安的时候祈祷一下，让自己心安一点。血迹在这边哦。狡猾的家伙，还给我装死！刚刚纳维亚站在这边看着我们，所以他已经疯了，我们要阻止他。苹果，我可以吃吗 ？Oh my god！ 你看他做的好事情。他的死亡并没有打破黄金法则。啊，因为我刚刚就在质疑啊，那这边游戏也给出了解释，也许对他们来说，对神明来说，这些家伙已经死了，所以你杀一个死人是没有意义的，是不触法的。我不知道，但是他们的规定就是这样子。但是纳维亚怎么办呢？他是活人。Oh my god！ 有没有装死的、啊？有没有装死的？没有吗 ？OK， 这边如果有很多装死的，就很好玩的，绝对很好玩。Show yourself. Closer? No, I don't want to. 范波尔的雕像，哦，这就是他提到的绳子吧？他想要把它解除是吗 ？My God， 多可怜啊！奇怪，我们的凶手呢？这个听不懂。Behind me. 哦。
And you must be the wretched snake who broke into my palace and disturbed my experiments. And worst of all, look at what you made me do to her. This never would have happened if you just stayed away.
Hey.
You're going to pay for that.
如果你攻击我们，都会被包裹在黄金里。
And you think I care about that? I don't care what happens to me, as long as you get what you deserve.
你知道你已经疯了吗？然后呢，你还可以把这个所有的过错都怪在我身上。
Liar! I locked and barred the gate. I left a message warning you all to leave me alone. I just wanted to do my experiments in peace.
Are you sure it's for her?
And now look at her. You made me turn the most beautiful woman I've ever seen into this. Look at her. She's in agony.
Yeah, she's in agony, and it's your fault.
My last moments with her, to see her beautiful face, to hear her speak freely, instead of in those cryptic whispers. But as soon as I began my work, she stopped whispering to me. And now I discover she started whispering to you.
And do you know why?
What's so special about you?
你自己去想为什么啊？
What do you mean, the same voice? Yes. I remember when they used to whisper to me. They did sound similar. I just thought it was because all voices sound the same when they whisper. But now that I think about it, they were all benevolent and seemed to share a common knowledge. But if these bodies are mere conduits for that one voice, then this body is nobody. And everything I've done here was...
Oh, in vain.
Wait, I see what you're doing. You're trying to steal her away from me.
Oh my God.
Were you planning to wait until I'd done all the hard work, then swoop in? Is that it?
我觉得跟疯子讲话是没有讲道理是没有意义的事情。
Liar! You tried to steal her away from me, and now look what you
又来了，
made me do.
又把错怪在我身
Give me
上。
one good reason why I shouldn't peel you too.
我可以直接把你。
What? What are you talking about? Wait. So you're saying you weren't coming for us?
我从来就没有想要伤害你的意思。我本来没想要杀死你，不过我看到你所做的事情之后。
So I did all this. I ruined her. For nothing.
Yes.
What have I done? Oh God, I feel sick.
我觉得他会自杀。
I can't bear the thought of her being like this. And in so much pain. It's the air coming into contact with her flesh. It's agonizing for them. But the only way to fix it will be to break the golden rule and let it run its course. At least that way she'd be golden again, and we'd be together. All it would take is one little cut.
哼，我真想把你囚禁在黄金里，他也想啊。
It's too late. There's nothing you can do. I have to do this. I'm sorry. What? How? Really? I'm not sure I believe you, but
阿波罗神殿里的药箱。
if you can undo this mess, I'll give you the key to my old medical chest in the Shrine of Apollo. I imagine it would help Lucretia ease the suffering of those still in the city. But if you're lying to me, I'll break the golden rule and kill you and everyone else in this city. Understood? You did it. You took away her pain. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you. I swear I will never harm her again. I swear it. I'll stay here to keep her company. But these poor souls, what can be done for them? I've tried.
请你别再做任何事情了，拜托，他们很可怜啊。
I fear the only one capable of releasing them properly is whichever god doomed them in the first place.
Yes.
In any case, I must honor our bargain. Here's the key I promised you. It opens a chest in the shrine of Apollo. I believe there are a few things in there which may be useful to Lucretia. Now, please leave. The door. Go.
不能杀人真的是很麻烦的。其实我真的想要把他们咬掉啊。哦，这里是换区吗？ Survivor 得到一个成就。这个绳索一定有什么办法可以让我直接用荡下去啊！只是我应该是没有拿到对应的这个工具，所以我不能做。Oh my god！ 差点摔死。 我想我还是不要乱跳好了，免得等一下发生悲剧。OK， 所以我们回来了。纳维尔的笔记，我把自己关起来，不要试图跟踪我，不会有好下场的。 这是什么声音？刚刚已经停止了吧？啊，谁知道？他可能在继续他的疯狂实验。这又是什么？一个球。阿波罗的神殿在哪？其实我也不知道。找到别人哦，这是那个蓄水池啊，这是那个维吉尔跟我们讲的蓄水池那个蓄水架。 OK， 不。这个神殿是什么？这是阿波罗的神殿吗？主神庙，也就是这个主神的神庙。然后这是他提到的房间杯 ，Jump。 哦，这下面是水吧 ？Hello， 好像有人从这里拿走了一块名牌，我需要找到它才能破解这个方尖碑的含义。OK。Yes, leap of faith, let's go. Oh yeah！ 呜呼，是水啦。
Thank you, thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your legislative majesty.
那家伙在练习演讲。胡萝卜是紫色的，现代橙色胡萝卜的前身，真的假的？这个花瓶我们之前也看过，真的吗？以前的胡萝卜是紫色的。尤利亚的笔记。尤利亚是奴役他的麦略勒斯和克劳迪亚，咒你们下冥界。当你读到这个时候，我已经死了，因为死亡也比再当一天你们的债务奴隶好。然后就是非常的恨这些事情，跟那两个家伙。这应该是用来装毒药的哦，原来如此，无毒自尽。在同盟这种差的条件下，公认确实令人不快。但是罗马人大家认为那是仆人的问题。天哪！这些东西这不能看吗？我还以为这是可以看的呢。好吧，还有2楼。有人在里面哭。我在在练习演讲，是不是在选举的啊？就是要选上不知道什么执行官还是什么东西的。听那个前面那些人在讲，然后什么只要他当选了就可以开宴会之类的，是吗？是这个家伙吗？好，我想我们很快我们就知道了。
Did you just leap into my villa from the balcony 100 feet above?
Yep.
That was either extremely reckless or impressively clever.
Or both.
Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me? My name is Marcus Malleolus Gurgis. You seem to have confused me with someone else.
麦勒略斯。
You mean my heterochromia? I am guilty of nothing more than having different colored eyes.
有杀手叫杀女。
And I'm hardly the only person with the condition. Alexander the Great had it too, as it happens. I like to think it is simply the way the gods have chosen to mark a natural-born ruler.
I doubt it.
Nothing more. Well, I am not suffering from any delusion. Unlikely, because it simply isn't true. Now, was there something else you wanted?
这家伙也是不怎么样哦。刚刚我们看那个笔记，那个服毒自杀的，我希望你能退出选举，可以吗？怎么可能可以？
Are you insane? Why would I withdraw from? You are acting.
威胁是没有用的，因为黄金律法。
I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech
And it's
for
terrible.
the election later today. I'm glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny. By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule.
Oh my god, that is
Wait.
terrible.
Why? I disagree. I'll be guided by what is best for the city's people. Surely you're not one of those people. True? I'm afraid not. We're stuck down. You mean the children's fable? I trust through the door this time?
门旁边就有把钥匙。希腊十字像，他居然不相信这么多黄金雕像在这边，哪怕是这个你现在正在面对你在练习这个 speech 的那个 fucking lecture 的对象，这个家伙也是人啊！天啊，为什么他会不相信？我是不知道。好吧。 所以又多了个任务，我们要想办法让他退出选举。因为要是他当选了，做那种傻事的话，我看大家就一起变黄金吧。证据啊，不晓得呢。这个在哭泣的人，他已经没在哭了。乌尔皮乌斯的笔记。乌尔皮乌斯是他失去了爱人，愿神明造福你。我想让你知道，我已经在勉力坚持，但没有了你，我生命毫无意义。只希望我们能在医院相见。然后，乌尔皮乌斯在这边是有理啊。一封遗书可能是给他的，对，但是这个也不能算证据，可能要出去找了吧，我想。至于正门在这边吧。走上了，我出去。他说钥匙在旁边是吗？钥匙在旁边。哦，挂在上面。我要打开吗？这个钥匙能不能开2楼的门啊？试试看吧。应该是不行啊，但是试试看吧。哎，可以哎。
I'm not supposed to be in here. Talk. What business could you possibly have with me?
例如，为什么你刚刚在哭泣呢？
My marital affairs are no concern.
哦，你是他老婆是吧？
An intriguing proposition. Go on. Perhaps you're not as silly as those clothes make you look. What makes you say that? You know, I may have the very thing you're looking for. Some time ago, when he still cared for me, he wrote me a love letter. Only, he used the wrong name. Now, addressing one's wife by the wrong name is not unheard of among philandering Romans. But in this case, the name he got wrong was his own. I confronted him about it, and he stammered through some incoherent response. I let it go, eventually, and yet questions have lingered in the back of my mind ever since. But wait a minute.
嘿，我是女的，同为姐妹，自当团结一致。
To withdraw. Listen, I may not be Penelope to his Ulysses, but to ruin his plans to become a magistrate? You must think me quite mad. I've heard enough. Get out of here at once. Demetrius! Do I need to call Demetrius?
啊，哇，好可惜啊！我本来以为有戏了，结果没有了。哎呀，讲错话了呢。我好有钱啊，2400多块哦。可惜了，可惜了，可惜了。可是刚刚好像没有什么正常的选择。我要断了一条缝。哎，这里我们也可以爬上去啊，我们不用跳啊，信仰之跃哦，不需要。是谁啊？还在做仰卧起坐，士兵、佣兵。
What now? The name's Demetrius.
You
want to get to Malleolus? Why? You want to see me When Malleolus wins the election, yeah? This place will change. I think it's gone on long enough.
怎么废除啊？他又不是神。
We've already lined up the votes he needs to win. Malleolus, of course. If old man Sentius can't
对，
even
那
protect
个
his
女儿
own
逃跑的。
daughter, do I seem like anonymous? What?
他看起来应该也不是异教徒，所以就排除他的话，还剩2个人。She will guide you.
I hope you have a good reason for flouting my weapons ban. We're finally alone. A curiousness. Something about your demeanor gives me the urge to caution you against doing anything, shall we say... Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago. Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our... And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
黄金律法
Nor could I. But the reason for this, if even one person commits a sin, you see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, the many shall suffer for the sins of the one. From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it
这些其实我们已经推敲出来了，所以
It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here.
因为我
All
吗
that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the golden rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have quit.
所以他讲的其实是这个刚刚我们遇到的那一个准备要选举的、要当选的那个家伙吧？这里对罪行的定义是什么？
There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the...
我法律的事情不见得就符合道德。但是我想他们也别无选择吧。
Barbaric? Barbaric? What are you talking about? The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world.
我是未来来的，不好意思。
Rome is a beacon of light in the darkness. For 800 years she has borne great statesmen, philosophers, poets, artists, and engineers. We have comprehensive laws protecting the rights of our citizens, which have unified countless warring tribes all across the Mediterranean and beyond, from Gallia to Judea. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their skin or their sexual preference. Can you say the same? When our people are starving, they are given food rations, and when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate. Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you have the hubris to call us barbaric? Of course, what else would we do with those prisoners of war who would otherwise have been executed? And besides, there are laws for their protection as well. On occasion, but our gladiators are almost all volunteers seeking glory, or condemned prisoners who would have been executed anyway. Of course, but with fewer rights come fewer responsibilities, and the right to be protected by their fathers and husbands. You mean the blasphemous cult responsible for burning down half of Rome last year? Are you talking about our practice of decimation? Of course. We could hardly unite all these.
在我家乡，我们认为这类事情非常可恶。
Well, right now, you're a long, long way from. I have made my pronouncement. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous, and I would be keeping a close eye. You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
哦，选举开始了，完了，时间到了吗 ？Shit！ 真的啊，亲爱的日记，今天我的父亲建议我写日记，让自己有事可做。父亲，我知道你在看，我虽然年纪小，但是怎样呢？我们应该都有这个秘密。OK。这是他离家出走的女儿吧？哦，不要投。
I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here.
完
What
蛋
do
了
you want?
哇，我觉得时间到了，所以现在想要对话也不行了，会直接被强迫的。哇，天哪！因为时间有限啊，我在那边悠哉的。我以为他的时间推移是这个透过事件方式或怎么样，看起来好像不是。这是哪里？秘密神殿说明：进入剧院后的洞穴，第一和第二个分岔口右转。一个匿名的朋友至奥科塔维亚。很抱歉，我不能亲自跟你讨论，但如果我是对的，在这里可能无法公开崇拜他，但请知道你不是一个人。如果你需要进行祷告的地方，剧院后的洞穴深处。对，也许这样就可以知道那个神的名字叫什么了。尽可能在时间到之前计谋女神密涅瓦，尽可能拿到更多的消息跟讯息吧，因为现在这样子不妙。我想只要他一当选，黄金律法一被解除，那被他说是解除，但其实没有，然后大家都开始乱搞，然后乱搞之后就 GG 了。选举开始，在哪里？对吧？所有人都不见了，大家都跑去那里了。当然是乔治·乌斯麦尔，他们该猜谁会当选。
Hello?
是谁？
My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got it. I don't know.
寻找财宝。
Yeah.
麻烦。A ladder。上面说你多次非法侵入，他们把你关起来是为了阻止你。我财宝。那你把。
He said, if anything, he gave me this key. All I remember is he said
蓄水池哦。
Now nobody looks after me. Hannibal. You're.
在我的领导下，他们开始讲话了。那他们是在哪里进行选举，我也不知道。太那么威严了 ，OK。哦，这里是我刚来的地方吧？这里是我来的哦，好好，原来如此，这就是浴场了。我一直以为选举还要几天之类的、结果没想到没有，是马上就要开始了。哦，我想要阻止他也来不及了。杜丽的笔记，声称自己是无辜的。I did not do it。哦。
Hello?
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her. Proceed.
This is insanity. You'll doom us all.
Lies! It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is.
最后要当选。
Children's fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
This is why he's in his gladiator gear. They've been planning this all along.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate has spoken. I'm going to enjoy killing you, old man.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
警告！哦，神殿可能随时崩塌。应该说，我现在要跑去哪？森地巫师。哦 shit！ 跟着那个行政官。Sorry。完了，我要死了，还被卡点。等一下要怎么走？哎呦，我可以对付他们吗？我不行了，无效。 这里过不去啊！我没有那个东西哎，完蛋了，闯祸了！还有什么路可以走吗？我已经不知道怎么走了哎。这里又是哪里？哦，这里是。S 型跑法。 赶快！他死了，好吧，重来吧。我好奇的是，我们身上的东西还会在吗？如果还在的话， Super。哦，我们东西还在。哦，这真的太酷了。那这些是我们的任务，所以我们还是有很多东西要去摸清楚的。然后我们可能还是得用偷的。唉，好，那我想这部分就先到这边。那感谢收看，我们下个部分再见。这游戏确实还蛮好玩的，就是你需要耐心去收集讯息啊，就是要花时间去了解故事。但是我觉得整体故事的架构都很棒，而且这居然是3个人才做出，这个居然是只有3个人才做出来的，我觉得非常不可思议，厉害。然后这个全程都有语音的这个诠释哦，然后在细节上很多这个物品，哪怕是没有用的，它也是稍微有提到，然后也有稍微讲一下罗马的一些事情吧。以及希腊神话，还蛮酷的啊！这个游戏确实还蛮好玩的。那感谢各位收看，我们下个部分再见，拜拜。